What's going on everyone, my name's Luigi Newton, I'm 26 years old and I'm a property developer from Nottingham. In this video, what I want to talk to you about is my top 10 tips for brand new property investors. So if you're watching this and you're not sure what to do, you don't have any direction, you want to get into property but you just don't know how, then stay tuned and watch this video because you're going to leave with 10 tips of things that you can implement today. Before we get into it, you might be thinking, well, how did you start? So I'll just quickly tell you how I got started. I started out in property when I was just turning 22. I started off with £6,000 that I'd saved up from my job, my work, and my different businesses that I used to do. So I started off working in a call center. I worked there for around 3.5 years, and I also worked with disabled people on the side. That allowed me to save up £6,000, but that wasn't enough to actually do my first purchase. So I had to borrow money off people on a 10% interest rate, and I basically scraped together £12,000, which I used to purchase my first property, which I lived in, and I rented out my spare rooms. I bought it for £125,000 and it was actually worth around £150,000. So I actually refinanced it around a year later and I pulled out some more money, and then I used that money for my next property deal. Guys, let's get straight into it. So tip number one, study, and then study some more. So you might think you're studying now, you might watch a quick YouTube video here and there, or you might just, be watching my channel a lot, which is great. But I'd say, guys, you need to take it a step further and really apply yourself when it comes to studying. So I want you to see it like a task, what you have to do every single day. So this is things like YouTube. YouTube is great. Channels I'd recommend: Sad Hussein's channel, Property by Kazi's channel, Anthony Leveil's channel. These are a few different YouTube channels which I really recommend. But what I'll do, guys, is all of the top channels which I recommend, I'll put them on the screen, and then I'll also put them in the description as well. YouTube, you can learn so much from YouTube, but on top of YouTube, you need to be reading books, listening to podcasts, I'd say on a daily basis. If you're like me, you go to the gym and you're training in the morning, you might be on a treadmill, get your headphones on and listen to a podcast, guys. There's some really great podcasts, and again, I'll put them all in the description of ones that I recommend. And then also we've got TV, Homes Under the Hammer. That's another great way of learning. These are a few things that you can do, and then obviously reading books, but we'll get onto that later on in the video. I'll give you some great book recommendations. So I'd say get obsessed, don't hold back, and really push yourself and apply yourself to studying. So that's rule number one: study. So tip number two is get around other property people. So guys, this is going to vary from person to person, because you might not know any property people yourself. However, if you do know someone that does property, maybe they've flipped some houses, maybe they've got a portfolio of properties, then you need to really try and get around them as much as you can. If that's on a friendly level, hey man, can we go for a drink sometime? Can I pick your brain? Or hi mate, do you need any help with anything? This is a great way of actually networking with other property developers, is asking them, hi mate, how can I help? Can I do anything to help you right now? Is there any way I can get involved? This is a great way of actually starting a friendship with a property developer or a property person. So your approach depends on who it is. If you already know this person, then maybe you can say, hi mate, do you want to go for a drink? Or you could, if you don't really know them, then you could reach out and say, is there any way that I can work for you in exchange for knowledge? That is a great way to actually build a relationship with a property developer and start some sort of friendship. And they might want you to do some video work, some driving work. Now another thing is that we have in the property space is something called networking events, which is basically a meetup with loads of property people, and everyone gets together and they kind of share ideas, they talk about best practices, and you can just basically get to meet new property people that are all interested in the same thing, which is property, which we all love, right? Or we wouldn't be watching this video. Okay, my tip number three is read these books. Now, these are some books I've read myself and I love them. I feel like they really helped me on my journey and my property career. So the books are Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Robert Kiyosaki is one of the old school guys, he's been in property for so long. This is a life-changing book. You read it, and when you finished it, you're different. You see things differently. It's all about utilizing good debt to actually create massive wealth for yourself and your family. So check it out, guys. Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. A second really good book is 44 Property Secrets by Rob Moore and Mark Comer. They've actually got a massive property portfolio themselves. So you want to be learning from people that have done what it is that you're trying to do. Check that book out, guys. It's a really good one. Another book we have is The Power of Thinking Big. This book is all around mindset. You know, how can we change the way of thinking to actually progress us in our careers, in our property careers? And I definitely applied this book to my property career, my property journey, and it's massively helped. Again, I put all the links in the description for Amazon, so you can just go ahead and buy those books if you wanted to. But I'm in no way getting paid off that. So tip number 4 is increase your income. Now, this might sound, you know, oh, how am I going to increase my income? You know, this is hard. Yeah, it is hard, guys, but it's possible. First point is get a job if you don't already. And if you do have a job, how can you increase your income within that position? So can you get a promotion? Can you step up within that company and actually earn more money? Are you able to do any overtime? You know, can you work extra hours to increase your income that way? And that's another great way and great thing you can do. You know, I think in the early stages, if you're really serious about property, you might have to put your social life on hold just a little bit. Sacrifice certain things in order to grow your money and grow your pot of money. So increase your income, which is going to help you save for your deposit. Another thing you can do is start a side business or do a side hustle. So for myself, at one point when I was trying to, I think I was getting my second property, I wanted more money so I can put it towards my deposit for my next second property. And I started a personal training business. You know, I just started training people. I'm not qualified, or oh, okay, sue me guys, sue me, but I just did it. Obviously I don't do it anymore, but in that time, started it, made some extra income, and I used it towards my deposit for my second house. Another thing I used to do when I was a lot younger, in my teenage years, was buy from China and actually sell online. So sell on eBay. I think you could sell on Amazon now. For the females out there, you might be good at doing eyelashes, or you might be good at doing hair. Get it going and actually start creating more revenue, start creating more income. A lot of people have been taught to save. But how are you going to save if you're not having lots of income coming in? If you can double your income, think how much easier it's going to be to actually save money. So I think it's a mindset shift of not focusing on saving every single penny, but it's a focusing on how can I increase my income so I can save more. Can you work a second job or a third job? When I was saving for my first one, I was working my full-time job, but I also had a side business where I was working with disabled people on the side. So I do both. So my full-time job was 37 hours a week, and then I'd probably do that for, you know, 6-7 hours a week as well. So it really did help to increase my income. Now, my tip number 5, speak to a mortgage broker. Now, you need to do this to know where you're at, because if you don't speak to a broker, you're always going to be unsure if you're actually mortgageable. Now, what I'll do is, in the description, I'll put you 2 different numbers for 2 different mortgage brokers. You can contact those and you can speak to them about your situation. You know, you can say, hi, this is my name, this is how old I am, this is how much I'm earning from my job, or just tell them your situation. If you're self-employed, how many years books do you have? You need to tell them all of your full situation. What they'll then do is they'll speak to some lenders, they'll look at the criteria online, and they'll tell you if you're eligible for a mortgage or not. Other things you need to think about is credit. So if you have a credit default, this might affect your mortgageability. So speaking with the broker is crucial. So pick up the phone and call.
What's that off, bro? What's this in? Oh.
And hey guys, just like they say on Wolf on Wall Street,
pick up the phone and start dialing.
So guys, do that. Pick up the phone and call. Shout out to my video guy for that one there. So that's it. Speak to a mortgage broker. Know where you're at in terms of mortgageability, because if you can't get a mortgage, then you need to be working on whatever it is that's stopping you from getting a mortgage. This could be your income. This could be your credit. You need to work out where the problem is and then how you can fix it. So speak to a broker, 100%. Tip number 6 is download your credit report. So you need to go on Experian or Check My File, pay the £10 or whatever it is per month. You don't need to keep that going. You can just pay for it for 1 month, get your report, and then cancel it back down. That's what I always do. So get your credit report done so you know what is your credit score, have you got any defaults. You need a full report, print it off and keep it somewhere safe. The reason you need to download your credit report is because when you are about to buy a place, you need to provide this to your mortgage broker before he can apply for the mortgage on your behalf. So you need to actually get a credit report done and downloaded, ready to be used and give to your broker. So once you've done that, if there's anything on there that is bumping your score down, you know, you need to work on ways of how to get your score back up. If you've got a 999 score out of 1,000, then you're good. You don't need to improve your score, but most people, they won't have a really good credit score. They might just have an average or good credit score. So ways that you can improve your credit score is to take out a small credit card with, say, £2,000 that you're able to use. And what you do is you buy little things here and there, and then you pay it back straight away. This means you're going to be paying no interest, so it's not going to cost you a penny to do this. However, so if it's an interest-free credit card, which most of them are, they have like a 6-month interest-free period. This actually bumps up your credit score if you pay everything on time. If you pay things early, on time, you're good. This will increase your score over time. I have some friends that have 999 credit scores. I think mine's about 850, so it's supposed to be very good, but it's not excellent. So I've actually utilized the credit card thing. I'm starting to do that because I'm trying to bump up my score. So that's one thing you can do, but there's tons of things you can do to increase your credit score. Go onto Google and just type in how to improve my credit score. My tip number 8 is save your money. So obviously this is kind of crucial as well. We need to save money, guys. Now, as I said before, increasing your income is going to make it easier to save money, but you've still got to save. If we really want to take this serious, we're going to make sacrifices to actually save up. So how can we save money? Now, I know a lot of you guys might be young people that are watching this video. You might be out here going on a load of dates, spending a load of money, always buying new clothes all the time. Your car might be expensive. You might be trying to really live that flashy lifestyle. And what I like to say is you might be trying to live a champagne lifestyle on lemonade money, which is never good. So try and work out what's costing you the most. If you've read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad, then it always talks about assets versus liabilities. So you want to look at your liabilities and say, what is it that's costing me money every single month? And try and eliminate those liabilities, okay, if you can. So if you've got an expensive car that you can't really afford, try and get rid of that. You know, try and either sell it or speak to your finance company or whatever you've got to do. But try and eliminate that liability. So my tip number 9 is learn how to find a good deal. If you can find really good deals, I will buy them from you. Okay, but it's got to be my criteria. You know, I'm looking for HMOs in Nottingham or properties I can convert into HMOs in Nottingham. So that's my criteria. But there's loads of other developers and investors that are looking for deals. So if you know how to find really good property deals, you can make money by selling those deals on to an investor for a sourcing fee. But that's a whole nother video. But if you know how to find good deals, this is going to allow you to, number 1, buy the best properties, buy the best deals, so you're actually making really good money and you're getting a great return on your money when you buy these deals, and understanding what is a good deal. If you're really struggling on learning material, I do have a really good online training program that you can be a part of. All you need to do is just click the link in my description and you can check it out. I've got some video testimonials on there, and it will probably take you about 4, maybe 5 months to complete this course because it's that long. And it's basically a video course. So it's me talking to you, teaching you in depth in all the different strategies and how you can do things and how you actually implement these strategies. So my final tip number 10, is view 30 houses. Now this is very specific, it doesn't need to be 30. However, if you do view 30, 40, 50 houses, guys, you're gonna understand what you're looking for, what makes each of these houses worth buying or not. It's gonna make you understand what is a deal, because every time you view a house, you're gonna go there, take your photos, come back home, you know, go on your laptop and you're gonna do the numbers on the deal. You're gonna say, right, this is the purchase price, this is how much I'm gonna need to spend on it, and this is how much they're selling for on the same street. You're gonna be looking at all these factors. Location, is it in a good location? So every viewing, you're gonna be analyzing each house and each property, which is gonna help you understand what a good deal is. So everything in these top 10 tips is intertwined. You know, they all come together. It's all part of the puzzle, and viewing houses is the best way of learning how to find a good deal. So it's just so crucial, guys. I have to make this a point. Don't be shy, ask questions, take photos, analyze each deal. Each viewing is adding to your knowledge base. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, then remember, like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon.